Welcome to the Casual Podcast, the podcast casually connecting you to the world. I am Brian, the Casual Brian, and I'm here for another podcast. So I don't know how to say this. I don't know where to start. But yesterday, I witnessed greatness. I was a part of greatness. If you don't do fantasy football, you might not really understand or appreciate how amazing the story I'm about to tell you is, but trust and believe it's amazing. But before I tell you about this story of fantasy football greatness, I have to invite everybody that's watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter. If you're not subscribed, following, or whatever it is that they do on that platform, you need to be doing it, okay? You need to keep showing up. I'm showing up for you. You show up for me. So, hold on. I gotta take a drink of water. People, it is so important that you drink water. It kind of blows my mind. When I got to college, there was my roommate, my first roommate was like, man, this guy, Brian, does not drink any water. And, I'm thinking, I drink water. If I go to a restaurant, I have water. I have, the water. No, I didn't drink any water really. And now I think back on that. I'm like, wow, how was I alive? And I'll tell you why. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's get to the fantasy football because there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about fantasy football. I want to talk about vaccine mandates. Yeah, vaccine mandates, and I want to, of course, get to Twitter. I'm going to probably do a pit stop with Joe Manchin, but fantasy football, vaccine mandates, and Twitter with a possible pit stop with Joe Manchin. So, fantasy football, I'm in a league. It's a good league. It's been a very competitive league this year. Normally, I'm not competitive. I just don't have the time. And the way I like to operate is I don't like to spend time researching things. I feel like you should just know. And that's not good. That's not good. Let me say to the camera, okay? That's not good. That doesn't work. Yes, you should listen to your gut, but that doesn't mean you don't need to do research. Research, study yourself approved, study and show yourself approved. And so this year I took it serious. Could it have been the prize for first prize? Maybe. I don't know what it was, but this year I took it serious. So, first round of the playoffs, I start off great. Thursday, my tight end goes off, 25 points. This guy has been giving me somewhere between 8 and 13 points all season. But this game, he gives me 25. And that's what I thought he could do. I thought that he could give me that kind of production. And he did. And I needed every single point. So I'm feeling good. The rest of my team kind of phoning it in, not doing great. But I feel good. I feel I'm projected to win the whole time. Boom. I have Leonard Fournette, and Mike Evans. Both get injured. Tom Brady, for the first time, I think they said 15 years. Could have been longer. Who knows? Because Tom Brady's been playing for years and years and years. Tom Brady gets shut out. Shut out. What is that? By the New Orleans Saints. What is that? So, needless to say, I was not expecting that. It was a devastating blow, but I was up by 30 points. And I always thought about that. I said, man, I'm up by 30. And the way that these games have been going is that they're just a little bit funky, you just don't know. I could easily see him he had 3 players, a running back, Cook, a quarterback, Kirk Cousins, and the kicker for the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know who that is. So that's an easy 10-10-10, 12, 8, 10. Easy. There's a lot of ways for him to get there. He did not get there. Now, I wasn't going to look. That's kind of, it's just superstition. I'm like, my thought process was, look, okay, if I'm going to lose, I'll find out tomorrow. Or I'll check in at 12 and then I'll find out I lost, and it's no big deal. I don't want to watch myself lose. But my friends, Carlos and Colleen namely, was it Carlos? I can't remember. I think I have my phone on me. I'm going to see. One of my friends texted me and ruined my plan. And so I had to actually watch. Actually, no, it wasn't even them. It was like the universe was like saying, hey, pay attention. I'm not going to say the universe. I'm going to say I believe it was God. Some people will say it's the universe. I say it's God. I'm not trying to start a debate, not trying to start a fight. Whoever, whatever, I started watching. My dad accidentally turned it to the game. Carlos and Colleen, let me see who hit me up. One of them hit me up. They were like, hey, you watching? Oh, no. Carlos, Colleen, I'm sorry. It was not you. I sent them a meme just to say, just to lighten the mood because I thought me and Carlos had lost. And then Colleen was like, hey, you're still in it. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm still in it. And lo and behold, I turned it to fantasy and I realized I was watching the greatest fantasy football upset of all time. Fantasy football is so much fun. I mean, yes, for many of us, me normally, we're just throwing our money away, But I can't even say that we're throwing our money away because you're paying to participate in this thing that make you. This is the benefit to me about fantasy football. If you don't participate in fantasy football, you care about your team, you watch your team play, and after that, you don't really care. You might continue to watch football, but you don't really care. Now I care about the league, the whole league. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's important. I think that's smart. I think that's why the league finally say, hey, let's get behind this thing. Because fantasy football makes you care about the whole league. But here's the downside. It makes you not care about the person. Because I found myself, if I'm being honest, and I'm not proud of this, I'm not happy, I'm not like saying this is right. I found myself wanting players to be out of the game. Not have a bad game. I'm being honest. I'm being real. And you can judge me, but if you check yourself, this is what it does. You want to win. You don't know those people. They're not real to you. They're not real to me. I want to win. I don't care. But I do care. And I don't like it. And I catch myself and I feel bad and I feel sorry. So that's the downside of fantasy football. It kind of makes you look at the players as not real people. And they are people. When they have injuries, that's a person getting injured. Godwin's out for the season. I don't have him, and I haven't played against him, but that's unfortunate. That man, he's rich. He had a great season, but he wants to be there in the Super Bowl, if they get to the Super Bowl, which, they may or may not. So, and I had this realization a long time ago. I remember watching Tony Romo get injured, and I was laughing. And then I thought, I like Tony Romo. I think he's a good person. Why is it that I wanted him to lose so bad that I'm willing to celebrate his injury, his harm? You know what I mean? I think when you get like that, when you get to that point, you're not in a good place. Because when you watch sports, generally speaking, and you see this mostly in football, because in basketball, you don't see a lot of injuries like that to this level. But you see this in football. If a person gets injured, seriously, no matter what side he's on, everybody stops what they're doing and they wait. And then if he puts the thumbs up or whatever, they cheer him on, because we're all human first before the team. My mom's calling me back. Sorry, Mom. If you watch this, which I know you don't watch, I can't answer because I'm doing my stream. I don't know why you chose to call me back during my stream, but yes. Anyway, so that's the one thing I don't like. But it's easily controllable. Just don't cheer. Just don't cheer for injuries. Just don't hope for injuries. It's not a good look. Okay. All that being said, all that to the side, none of that was important because two of my players got injured and I still won. Yes. Yes. I still I've never wanted something. No, that's not true. I really want to win. And I think about Joe Rogan when they were doing the Sober October, and they really wanted to win. They all really wanted to win. That's the kind of person I am. Me, my friend Mike, and Carlos to a certain extent. To a certain extent. Carlos, he's not vocal about it, but he wants to win. He wants to win. And he wants you to know that he won because he was better. You know? It's funny how people are. Like my friend Mike, he's an assassin. He's a what are they? What are they? The people that stand off to the side and they shoot you. Sniper. He's a sharpshooter. A sharpshooter. You can't with Mike. You got to be careful because he's gonna take you out. Carlos, he's not like that. He wants you to do good. He'll be happy if you do good, but if he beats you, he'll be even more happy. I don't want to say he'll be even more happy, but he'll be happy, and he'll definitely be happy if he feels that he just beat you based on the merits. That's what makes him happy. Colleen too, but I think Colleen always thinks that she's better. I'm looking forward to getting them on here. I'm going to get them on here next year because, they're like the opposites of me. I'm a gut guy. I go with the gut. I go with the feel. And it gives me more pleasure to beat people like them because they're more do it the right way. And if you're someone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, I would suggest doing it their way because more than likely they're going to win. They're going to beat me. But when you beat somebody that did it the right way, it drives them crazy. And that, my friends, is what it's all about. So anyway, I won. I'm still in the game. I got two more wins to 800. I have a very, 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 very difficult match this week. My friend Andrew, fantastic saxophone player. And I believe he's number one in the league. So, but I beat him before. So if you're watching this, Andrew, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. And if you're watching this, Clay, what can you say now? I guess we'll never know. I don't know if that quote really works, but it's a good quote. It's a good quote by Kanye. But I got to get off this fantasy football. I got to get over to vaccine mandates. So, okay, trigger warning. I'm not trying to piss anyone off, but I don't care if I piss you off because I'm just speaking true. I'm being real. This is the thing that kind of bothers me. So I'm in Florida, I get it, Florida. I get it, Orlando. I talked a lot of trash about everything. So, some people are in their feelings. I get it. I'm not going to run from it. I pull up. My homie's gym. I'm here for it. People got, they want to speak their mind. I'm going to listen. I'm not going to argue with you. What are we going to do? We're going to come to an agreement? No, we're not going to come to an agreement. You think what you think and I think what I think. That's America, right? Except I'm here. I'm at the spot with no mask. I'm training because I'm boosted. I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable taking that risk. What about you? What are you doing? Huh? You just talking? Come on, man. Let's be cool. We're all doing what we feel is best for ourselves and our families and our friends. You know what I mean? You think this way and you think that way. You think this way, I think that way. That's cool, man. Like, let's just be cool. And for the most part, I would say 99% of the people that I've interacted with have been cool. Like, yo, Brian, what's good? I've seen one guy shoot me a look, and then one guy busted my balls. I don't care about either. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about either. It's cool. I get it. Because I feel passionately about the right way that I think we should be doing things. But at the same time, that's for me. At first, I'll be honest. I will be honest. I didn't think it was for me. I just thought the right way to do it, period. Now it's for me and the reason why is because there are tools that can help me to not have to take on your decisions. At the beginning, we were all in it together. Now I got my own boat. Do what you think is good for you. Now I have the booster. If there was no booster, I would feel a little bit weary. And I probably wouldn't be able to come train. I have the booster. My family's boosted. They got the antibodies from getting COVID. They're good. They're Gucci. So we're good. I can go train. I'm going to go train tonight. Hoping not to get choked out. But it's probably going to happen because apparently at Fusion, they don't respect the tap. Looking at you, Julian. Looking at you, Jay Smooth. Let me tell you, Julian's the only person I know who can find a way to bring terror back into jiu-jitsu. I used to do grappling with MMA grappling so I can get punched. No. Because there's nothing worse than being flattened out on your stomach and somebody punching you in the face. It's awful. There's nothing worse than being in side control, or I don't even know what position he was in. It's not like a full mount, but he's punching you in the stomach, and it's awful. It's awful. So that's why I like jiu-jitsu. But somehow, your boy, Jay Smooth, Julian of Fusion XL, has found a way to bring terror back into jiu-jitsu. And you know why? Because if you tap, they're not going to reset. That is a terrifying, awful feeling. But I like it. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit weird. I'm a little bit off. Because I like feeling. So whenever I go to jiu-jitsu class, I like to roll with like really scary, hard people because everybody else feels easy. You know what I mean? Not so much that they feel easy, but it's just, what am I afraid of? So yeah. And I have not got to vaccine mandates yet. And I'm checking the time. So, okay, this is my thing with vaccine mandates. I am not for or against vaccine mandates. I understand them, and I think that they can be a tool to help minimize spread. They do not prevent COVID, okay? You can't prevent Omicron, but you can minimize and slow down the spread. That's all it is. Minimize and slow down the spread. And Delta, geez, I mean, gosh, Omicron seems to be chill. I am not a doctor. This is what I've seen. This is what I think. But with Delta, I mean, geez, slow that down. So I am not for or against mandates because I understand that they affect people. This is my deal. If you're going to do vaccine mandates, you got to do it even. Okay? If you're going to come for police officers and firefighters, and you're gonna take their jobs away, then how does the UFC get to come in? Because I know some of those fighters are not vaccinated, and I know. So for example, I know Joe Rogan is not vaccinated. So how did he get to come in and do a comedy show in NYC? How did he get to do commentary at NYC? And again, I'm not for or against mandates, but what I am for is to make it even. Let Kyrie play. Let him play. I think that's why they're letting him play. It doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense to me. And now I think they're letting him play, right? So if you're going to let Kyrie play, then you cannot fire these firefighters and these police officers. It has to be fair. Make it fair. Make it make sense. If you're going to have the mandate, make it even. Don't penalize some people because they have less leverage. I hate that. I hate unfair. And that's why that's my main issue with the criminal justice system. It's not fair. A black or brown man who walks into the court, he's not going to get the same justice as a white male or a white woman. That's facts. If you don't believe me, then just do the research. A lot of conservatives, a lot of people that are like anti my position are saying, "Oh, well, you just, speaking. What is your favorite quote? Facts don't care about your feelings. So do the research. And if your rebuttal to that is, well, black and brown people just do the majority of the crime, then we have nothing to talk about. We have nothing to talk about at all. Because if you're gonna try to convince me that it's black and brown people smoking the majority of the weed, come on, come on, come on. All right. Maybe you didn't go to college, because I went to college with the majority of non-black and brown people, and it wasn't them smoking. I'll just say that. I'm gonna put that on the table, and I'm gonna walk away. Make it make sense. Make it even. Make it fair. That's my thing. You get busted, you got busted. It's tough. It sucks. I got busted skipping the turnstile. I've seen millions of people, no, not millions. I've seen hundreds, if not thousands of people skipping the turnstile, but I got busted. I got busted, and that's on me. It sucks. It sucks, but I did it. I got to take it. I got to eat it, you know? Make it make sense, make it fair, make it even. I can't complain about getting busted for something I did. So I think that they should let Kyrie play, you know, because I've seen multiple times where they've let people come in to New York City and perform that we've known. And the thing about it is, like, if Joe Rogan wasn't so vocal about his like anti-vax stance, then I would say you could kind of like get away with it. But we know, and the UFC the UFC just garbage, man. People going to the event have to show their vaccination card, and somehow Joe Rogan did it. I think Dana White's vaccinated. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care if people are vaccinated or not anymore. I don't care. And it bothers me. It scares me a little bit, because I feel like I don't want to lose touch with my humanity. I don't want to care. I want to care, but you're an adult, and I respect your ability to choose for you and your family. So why should I be sad if you chose wrong? You know, I can't respect your choice and then be like sad. I would be devastated right now. I know multiple people that have chose, I don't want to say wrong. They've chose what they chose, and they get to live the life that they want to live. And there were consequences. I think the main thing that keeps me from, if anyone has a hard time believing that I am like not rooting for anyone to have hard consequences, I've made bad choices. I've made choices that were not for the best. I make choices that are not for the best. I'm not perfect. And I don't want those choices to come down on me like a ton of bricks. So I feel the same way about anybody, you know? The struggle I have is with COVID is that everyone's kind of like, it's my body, my choice. I don't agree with that, but whatever, that's fine. But then it's like, you see me in my mask and you're looking at me like I'm some kind of weird person. What happened to my body, my choice? I get the vaccine, I get the booster, and you're looking at me like I'm weird. What happened to my body, my choice? Or is it just your body? You know, that's the problem. That's my problem with America. It's really not my body. Well, it really is literally my body, my choice, but not your body. It's my body, my choice, and my thoughts for your body. And we see that with the Texas abortion law. It's completely ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. And I am pro-life. I'm sorry, pro-choice. I'm both, actually. That's why I was confused. I think that having an abortion is terminating a life. I don't think it's just a simple procedure. I think it's terminating a life. But I will never tell somebody what they can or cannot do with their body. It's a complex conversation. I don't, as a Black man in America, I will never feel comfortable with another person being able to tell somebody what they can do with their body. I don't like it. I won't like it. And I don't feel good with it. And I understand the argument. Well, it's not just their body. Okay. Well, what about COVID? What about mask? You know, Why don't you wear a mask? You don't have to get a vaccine because that's your body, but a mask, that's everybody you're around. The pro-choice thing is it's tough, and even the science thing is tough. So anyway, I'm not pro or anti vaccine mandates. And another thing, I don't think I'm gonna get to Twitter today. That's fine. Live where you want to live, man. I mean, and I know that's such a flippant thing to say because it's not easy to just pick up and leave. But like, look, if you live in Florida, people are rocking with DeSantis. That's the vibe here. So you got to get with it. You know, I live in New York. They're not with that. They're not with that. Don't bring that DeSantis stuff up to New York. We're not with it. There are some people that are, but they're the minority. So then they have to they have to quiet it. And if you're in the minority here in Florida, sucks to be you. Let's be real. Let's stop trying to change things for people that don't want things to be changed. People in Florida are happy with how things are in Florida. So if you don't like it, then you need to move. And if you can't move, man, I'm sorry. I am so sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for anybody in New York that's getting hit by these vaccine mandates or their restaurants or whatever. Spare me, man. Spare me. And what we're seeing with Omicron is exactly why. And I thank God that He's merciful because this variant it appears to be just contagious. But if it was contagious and lethal, good God, man, this could have taken out so many people. Look how fast it's spreading. This is crazy, and that's that. I I'm not going to live in fear. I'm going to do what they tell me I can do. And it's it's all about narrative. That's why I really went hard into media, which is social media. It's about narrative. People talk about sheeple like we're just following. No, I'm not following the government. I'm looking to see what are the best tools that I can use to protect myself, and I'm using them. It's not that hard. Get a vaccine, get a booster, use a mask. Wipe your hands, wash your hands. I don't hear people talking about washing their hands. It's just so frustrating, man. You know? Like let's stop demonizing the other side. They don't want to get vaccines. Okay, fine. That's fine. Get vaccinated, get boosted. If you know that you rock with a lot of people that are not getting vaccinated, then you need to be boosted. And maybe you need to be that one dude at the party with the mask on. Be that person. Be that person proud. Even if someone makes fun of you, be that person. Don't care. Who cares about that person? Because this is the thing. If you get sick, you don't know what kind of sickness you're going to get. Both of my parents got COVID. And when they got COVID, nobody was there. And even if they were there, they wanted to be there. There was nothing they could do. We just had to wait. We had to sit and wait and see how sick they were going to get. So I don't give a crap what anyone says about me. You can call me a sheeple all day. Make me a shirt. I'll wear it. I'll rock it. Because you weren't there and you're not going to be there if my parents or anyone in my family gets sick and God forbid they have to go to the hospital. And then we just sit and wait. And then you have to think, I didn't do what I could have done because I was afraid of what people were going to say. And I understand a lot of people just get it and it's no big deal. That's fine. But we don't know who those people are. And unless you can tell me with 100% certainty which person is going to get it and be fine and which person is going to get it, and then don't talk to me. Do what you're going to do. I respect that. I give you that space and let me do what I'm going to do. Because at the end of the day, if you ever, God forbid, find yourself on that bed, turn to your side. It's not going to matter what anyone said. So with that, I didn't get to Twitter. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I will get to Twitter tomorrow. That is a promise. And you know what I want to get to today? I didn't get to that Bleach trailer. Woo! Yes, sir. Man, I am so hyped for the new Bleach arc that's coming out, Thousand Year Blood War. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. Thank you, everybody that stopped by. And if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Please follow the channel. Whatever it is that you got to do, just do it. Stay casual because, we're casually connecting you to the world. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. We are coming live every day, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for now. It may change. I think 4 p.m. is good. I kind of feel like 5 is where it needs to be, but 5 is tough. There's a lot of stuff happening at 5. So we're going to keep working and see if we can figure out the best time. And until the next time, peace.